Hey guys, welcome back to Come On Big Fish with Eric Connerly. Today I'm going to show you how to make the perfect pork tenderloin. Now what we're going to do, we're going to marinate it. It's a very simple marinade, nothing to it. You can buy off the counter marinades, Allegro, Dale's, stuff like that. If it's what you prefer, by all means do that. What I'm going to do today, I've already got some made up, so I'm going to use that, but I'm going to show you what I got. I've got the soy sauce. You don't have to get real extravagant with it because it's just a marinade. Now, if you were eating sushi or something, then yeah, you could go get the high-end soy sauce and, you know, be a snob about it if you want to. I don't know. But anyway, we're gonna use the cheap stuff, and I'm gonna use my voodoo seasoning. This is just a pepper thing that I crossed out and put voodoo in. I got my seasoning in there. It's I don't know if you've seen some of my other videos. It's got a little bit of jalapenos and few other spices and stuff in there. It's very, very good. If I had to choose one on marinade that was like on the counter at the grocery store, I would pick Allegro. It's got a great flavor. It marinates quickly, and you can use only like half a bottle for your pork tenderloins, or marinate wild game, game birds, ducks, pork, beef, anything and everything. It's just fantastic. I can't say enough good stuff about it. I'd love to be part of their pro staff. Anyway, all we're gonna do, since it's just me and Stacy, we're gonna cook one of the tenderloins, not both of them. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this open, and we're gonna put one in the freezer for later. We're gonna marinate the other. So you wanna add about half a bottle of the soy sauce, and you want to add probably about 4 teaspoons of your favorite seasoning. Now you can combine stuff. I'm a big fan of the the garlics, the peppers, but it's up to personal taste, personal preference, whatever you want. So I'm going to take one of these tenderloins here, and I'm going to plop it down in the marinade, which I've already got, which is, like I said, it's soy sauce and 4 teaspoons of my custom voodoo seasoning. I'm going to let that marinate. I'm gonna put this other one in the freezer, and I'm gonna grill it for you this evening when Stacy gets home. It's gonna be really good. I'm gonna show you how to do it just right, because grilling is a science. I know it doesn't seem like it, but in order to get the perfect food, you got to do it just right. All right, guys, we got the coals nice and white hot. They are ready to go. So I'm going to grab the pork tenderloin, pull it out of the marinade. I'm going to drop it on the grill. Now, what comes next is pretty important when you're grilling. I see a lot of people making this mistake. So what you need to do, put it straight over the fire, the hottest spot. And no, not yet. You can let it sear on that side till it's kind of dry and charred, slightly charred. Then you're gonna flip it over and do the same thing on the other side. That's gonna hold in the moisture. And that's what keeps it tender. That's what keeps the texture right. That's what makes all the difference in the world. So give me just a few minutes to sear this one on that side, and I'll be right back. We'll flip it over, and then we'll go to indirect grilling. I'll explain that to you here in just a second too. Alright guys, it's been about I don't know, 45 seconds. I'm gonna lift it up and take a look. Alright, you know it's good when it doesn't want to stick to the grill. If it sticks to the grill, put it back down immediately, because all you're gonna do is make it worse. You're gonna tear off meat, you're gonna mess up the sear and everything. So I've got it flipped over. I'm gonna let that sear for about 30-45 seconds, maybe a minute. Alright, well, she should be good and seared on that side as well. She got the grill marks and everything on there. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna take it and we're gonna move it off of the fire. And you can see that. I'll try to get to a side angle here. And you see the fire cuts off right about here. The pork tenderloin is going to be out here. That way it's still going to get the majority of the heat. It's going to bake and it's going to smoke at the same time. So we're going to put the lid on, and we're going to have the vents pointing the opposite way, like this. You see the fire's over here, pork tenderloin vent's going to be out here. So that way the vents will draw the smoke across the pork tenderloin and out the vents. Hope this makes sense. I'll be back to check on it here in just a little bit, and we will I'll give you another little secret. Alright guys, it's been about 5 minutes with the indirect grill. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it, flip it over, and let it cook on that side a little bit more too. And you see how it's slowly starting to build up a little bit of char there. I mean, just kind of baking and cooking from the outside in. And we're going to let that sit for probably about, I don't know, 5 more minutes. And then I'm going to come out here and I'm going to give you a super secret on how to make this so tasty. You're going to love it. You're going to have to experience it for yourself, because unfortunately I can't feed you through your computer or your phone or your TV. But it's going to be really good. You just have to take my word for it and try it. Alright guys, it's been about another 5 minutes on that side. So here comes the secret weapon. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take this marinade. I'm not going to pour it all out. I'm going to pour, you know, I don't know, a quarter cup, something like that, over the fire. And it's going to create steam. It's going to create some smoke. It's going to seal in the extra flavors and give it that extra little pizzazz. That's going to send this pork tenderloin over the top as far as taste. Alright, so let me show you how to do this. You got to be quick. You got to have the lid in one hand, marinade in the other hand. Alright. See how it smokes? Cover it up. And remember, keep the vents so it pulls the smoke over the top of the pork tenderloin to get it to good smoke flavor and everything. Because that's what we're after. That's the reason why we grill with charcoal. The reason why we make fire. It gives it that punch. So anyway, you guys try it out. Let me know how it works out for you in the comments below. If you haven't already, like and subscribe. Share, tell your friends about it. Hey, anything you want to see, I'll do my best to make it happen. I can't promise everything, but as long as it's not dangerous or disgusting, I'll consider it. Alright guys and girls, I believe she's done. I wish you guys could smell this, man. It's got the whole neighborhood aroused. The wind's blowing. It's gonna run everybody out the church's chicken and Popeye's parking lots. I'm gonna take it in, let it rest for about 10 minutes, and we're gonna slice it up and eat some fried okra alongside of it, and it's gonna be a fantastic meal. Alright guys, we let it rest for about 8 minutes. It smells so good, I can't wait to cut into it. It's not the usual knife that I would use, but it's out, and I think I used it to slice some bread earlier, so instead of having to wash more dishes, I'm going to stick with it. So we're going to slice this into medallions. It's nice and moist on the inside. A little bit of a smoke ring. It should be perfectly tender, and the smell is amazing. And there you go guys. That is the way to cook the perfect pork tenderloin. If you haven't already, hit that like and subscribe button. Show me some love. And stay tuned for the next stuff, because I got more content coming. We'll see you soon. Take care.